Solving inequalities using addition or subtraction. We're going to solve these just like we do equations, except now instead of an equal sign, we have an inequality sign replacing that equal sign. An inequality is a statement formed by placing an inequality symbol between two expressions. For example, y plus 5 is less than -6 is an inequality. Now, the solution of an inequality with a variable is the set of all numbers that produce true statements when substituted for that variable. So what that means is we can have multiple answers to be a solution for that inequality. Now, you can also show this solution of an inequality by graphing the inequality on a number line. Here's one example. So if we have m plus 5 is greater than or equal to 10, we're going to solve this just like we did with equations, where we're going to subtract 5 from both sides of the inequality. Now we're left with m on the left side is greater than or equal to 10 minus 5, and we know 10 minus 5 is 5. Now we must graph this inequality. So we'll make a number line so we can see what numbers could be m. So we'll put 5 in the center, and I'm going to write 2 numbers to the right and 2 numbers to the left, just like they would look on a number line. And then we're going to graph this. So we have m is greater than or equal to 5. So that means all numbers that are bigger than or equal to 5 could be a solution for this inequality. So since 5 could be a solution, we're going to put a closed circle on that 5. And we're going to shade in the numbers to the right, which are all the bigger numbers than 5. So I can pick a bigger number than 5, 7 for example. 7 plus 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. Is 12 greater than or equal to 10? Yes, that's true. If I was to have made a mistake, which I did not, but if I chose 3, 3 plus 5 would be 8. 8 is greater than or equal to 10? No, that's not correct. So that's an easy way to check yourself. Pick one of the numbers that you've shaded in, okay, and put it in and check. See if your equation is true or not. Make sure you understand how to read your inequality symbols. All right? Don't forget our inequality symbols are the following. We have the less than symbol. Okay. We have the greater than symbol. We have less than or equal to when we put that equal sign down there on the bottom, below the symbol. And then we have greater than or equal to. Make sure you understand how to read those. To another example. This time we can see we're going to add 12 to both sides, just as we did with the equation. So negative 10 plus 12 is a positive 2. 2 is greater than x then, because negative 12 plus 12 leaves you just x on that right-hand side. So now we want to graph it on a number line. So I make that number line, put the next two larger numbers, 3 and 4. 1 and 0. Make sure you're careful with negative numbers. Now, instead of a shaded in circle, we're going to put an open circle on this problem because 2 is not part of the solution. And you can see the variables on the right side. So this gets a little bit tricky. So you need to make sure you understand that 2 is greater than x. I like to flip that around and rewrite it where it's a little easier for me to understand what x is. So that means x is less than 2. You notice I just switched the sign. Switch sides for the x and the 2. So x is less than 2. So we'd have to shade in the numbers that are lower than 2, because those would be our solution. And once again, open circle on the 2. Right? To clarify and make sure everybody understands the open circle, closed circle, if you have the less than or greater than sign, it's going to be an open circle because it's not part of the solution. If you have the greater than equal to or less than equal to, you're going to have a closed circle because it can be part of the solution, would be one of the answers. Okay, so you're going to solve inequalities just as we do equations, and then you're going to graph them on a numbered line.